family. Welcome to this consecration service. It is absolutely fantastic to be back. All of us as staff have been considering how things have changed from last year and how they are changing for the better. So we are so happy to celebrate with you this evening right here at the Roseville Seventh Adventist Church. And I want to pause right now and just direct everybody's attention to the very back of the sanctuary. I just want to thank Pastor David Resendez, senior pastor here at the Roseville Church, and his entire team who has opened up the church once again for us to celebrate together this evening. It is an absolute blessing to work and minister within a constituency that is so supportive of not just families and students, but Adventist education. So Pastor David, thank you so much for hosting us. Got a few business items. We are already receiving a few questions. Earlier this afternoon, Mrs. Rasmussen, our assistant principal, she emailed out the programs. So we're going fully digital. So parents, go ahead and open up that email account that we have on file at the school, and you will find in it a digital program for today, for tomorrow, and for commencement on Sunday. In addition, I want to note that we are live streaming tonight's service. So because we have capacity limits at each of our programs, we're only communicating that information to families. But what you decide to do with that information is completely up to you. So pull out those phones if you want to forward it to those family members that are here. Do so. And then because it is the same program throughout the weekend, you can forward that on to anybody who might be coming tomorrow over to the Carmichael Church or on Sunday back at the school. All right, the business is out of the way. What an achievement it is, graduates. Congratulations, you're going to hear that quite a bit throughout this weekend. I am so happy to celebrate with you. This is actually my favorite portion of the graduation weekend because I get to not only see your family, but we get to hear from you how significant your families are to you. And we get a wonderful glimpse into the other half of what we do as your teachers. So graduates, families, I am so excited. This is in no way the end of a journey, but I hope all of us as teachers and administrators at SAA, we hope that tonight as a celebration, we hope that it's also an opportunity for you as parents, aunts, uncles, and grandparents, probably not so much as brothers and sisters, but we hope this is a chance for you this evening to take a breath. All of us live very busy lives, and we go, 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 and we're about to step into the Sabbath hours. And I think in some ways, we can view tonight's program as the Sabbath for these students' K through 12 academic journey. There's a lot of stress that goes into being a parent. There's a lot of stress that goes into being part of a family. Tonight should be stress-free. Tonight should just be celebration. Tonight should just be thankfulness. Because parents, you have so much to be thankful for, represented by the blessing of these students. So once again, welcome to our consecration service. I hope that you are blessed this evening.
Please bow your heads for prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity that you have given our class. It has been a long journey, but we made it, and only by you we were able to. I couldn't be more excited for this next chapter of our lives. Be with us tonight and throughout this weekend. In your name we pray. Amen.
For those of you who don't know, there's a stool back here. It's a very large podium on some of our various seats, and I don't want to step on it. All right. I got it. We had fun at practice today. The next portion of our service is one in which we honor the accomplishments of our graduates. In the coming minutes, we will recognize our graduates in 3 distinct areas: academic achievement, commitment to SAA, and service to our community. We recognize academic achievement by awarding the graduates silver quartz if they have achieved a cumulative GPA between 3.50 and 3.74, and gold quartz if they have achieved a cumulative GPA between 3.75 and 4.0. We also recognize the academic achievement of those students that have completed an advanced diploma with white cords. We recognize commitment to Sacramento Adventist Academy by awarding the graduates a silver medallion if they have attended SAA for 12 years. A number of our current graduates have actually attended SAA for 13 years. On behalf of the school administration, staff, and fellow parents, I would like to thank each family for their commitment to our program through this and previous school years. Lastly, we recognize their service to our community by awarding the graduates a bronze medallion if they have completed more than 200 hours of community service. To provide context to this achievement, it is important to note that all of our students are required to complete 25 hours of community service for each year they attend SAA. All of our graduates represent the best of SAA, but I am particularly proud of the graduates that will be awarded the service medallion this evening. In addition to being recognized, I will share the total number of community service hours each has accumulated. Before proceeding with the awards, a few people need to be acknowledged. Thank you to the parents and the staff that have put together this weekend. Thank you to the decorating team, and thank you to the graduates. In a moment, I will read the names of each student along with specific recognition. Graduates, when your name is called, please come forward and take off your caps and receive your cords and or medallions from Mr. Jacobson. Brecken Beeman, graduating with advanced diploma and high honors. Blake Becker, graduating with advanced diploma. Isabella Berger, graduating with advanced diploma and high honors. Jolena Console, graduating with advanced diploma, high honors, and a service medallion for 224.5 hours. Noah Fankennel, graduating with advanced diploma and as a 12-year student. Riley Haro, graduating with advanced diploma, high honors, the service medallion for 204.5 hours, and a 12-year student medallion. Graduating with honors and a service medallion for 200 hours. Martha Miranda, graduating with advanced diploma and high honors. Alexis Moya, graduating with advanced diploma, high honors, and a service medallion for 200 hours. Obadesan Mimia, graduating with advanced diploma and a service medallion for 200 hours. Deborah Peterson, graduating with advanced diploma and high honors. Ryan Pataki, graduating with a service medallion for 224 hours. Kristen Soberpena, graduating with advanced diploma, high honors, a service medallion for 265 hours, and a 12-year student medallion. Gavin Stacy, graduating with advanced diploma, high honors, and a service medallion for 212 hours. Zeke Van Zanti, graduating with advanced diploma and high honors. Nathan Beets, graduating with advanced diploma and high honors. Grace Wiggett, graduating with advanced diploma, high honors, the service medallion for 455 hours, and a 12-year student medallion. Adam Wan, graduating with advanced diploma, high honors, and a 12-year student medallion. Congratulations, graduates. And I do want to remind you that those little clanging cymbals that you're going to be walking down, take them with pride. Don't cover them up. You earned it.
speaker. Some of us who have been taught by her since 7th grade might recall stories of eating hand sanitizer and Kleenex after chowing down on ghost peppers in her class that I definitely did not give to the boys, as well as rhetorically analyzing the repugnant acting of Pony Boy, Johnny, and Dallas in The Outsiders. Others would tell you about memorizing and reciting 400-word poems in class, painfully listening to Ding Dong Bell, the infamous Rainsford versus Zaroff debate, and even her love for the movie Megamind. Besides all of these things, she's more than just our English teacher. Though she's an individual who gets fired up about teaching her students, most importantly, she's passionate about deeply caring for them and putting her best foot forward in everything she does. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Mrs. Jacobson.
Thank you, Grace. One of the fears about speaking is that you'll start crying right before, but that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome, families. Welcome, staff, students, graduates. It is hard to believe that we are here, but seniors, we have made a lot of memories over the years, as Grace recounted. We've read a lot of books, read a lot of stories, read a lot of poems. I've taught some of you for a really long time, and graduation is a natural time to reflect, a time to engage in the past 4 years while still moving forward to new goals. You're leaving a chapter behind for sure and starting anew, and this cycle, this life transition often takes a similar set as our school theme this year. Reset, restore, renew. Reset, restore, rebuild. I can do this. Though we did have chapels traditionally this year, and this may be a new phrase for some of you, it's a concept worth discussing tonight. Reset, restore, rebuild. So let's reflect. It's comforting to consider how different the end of this year looks in comparison to the end of last year. The same night last year, I gave the consecration talk to a camera, and I watched it at home in my pajamas. So even thinking about the beginning of your senior year this year, August 2020, we were working remotely, and we did not know when that was going to end. For 2 months, we sat in front of the Zoom calls. We adjusted schedules, me talking to black muted screens, videoing my instructions, adjusting assignments to be balanced, not wanting you to do nothing, but not wanting it to be too much, and I didn't often hit that well. So I apologize publicly for that. New learning apps, new technology, new websites. Did I mention those endless Zoom calls that we had? I remember those. In that time, we all struggled to accept it. We grudgingly did. We went through those 2 months, and October 2020 marked a turning point. Y'all were coming back to campus. We were resuming in-person learning. I don't think you guys realize how nervous I was. After teaching on Zoom, I was sure that we had lost too much, that it would take longer than a year for us to establish what we had left. But with the reopening of campus, the normal things started. Y'all started eating lunch with me again. I was able to joke in class and hear you laugh, as opposed to the muted screens. We connected. Classes began to follow a familiar rhythm. We resumed athletics, which was exciting, and thankfully we zoomed less. We were able to reset. This was our reset in person. But it wasn't all normal. From October to May, we endured morning temperature checks, cohorts, we know what that means now, fear of closures, teachers being on Zoom again, classmates leaving and coming back, interrupted classes, more alternative assignments, countless times of me saying, put on a mask, make sure your mask's on, and you telling me, I'm eating. Through it all, we still longed for normal. In the search of normal, though, you guys did your own chapels through Impact. You had discussions with me about what you believed, what your morals were, what you hope to do with the rest of your life. What do you want to be? I don't know what I want to be. Which colleges should I attend? We did pros and cons lists of where you should head off to next year. And in those quiet moments together, you demonstrated to me that we're still here, a people called by God to speak his goodness, to include others, to rejoice in his faithfulness, and to respond to his voice
Throughout this year, we have been restored into our faith community. With normal, almost here, dare I say it, and another school year ahead of you that will be different. But different in the regular way. You're going to be freshmen again. It is going to be different not because of COVID. And the question that you're going to naturally wrestle with is, am I ready? What now? Even with the incredible accomplishment of being successful throughout this difficult year, you must be asking yourself, am I ready? What's next? What now? I know that through the course of kindergarten through 12th grade, your teachers have helped you, your parents have helped you get to this point. I know at times I've helped you. Your whole lives to this point have been constructed so that you would be successful. It's not that, and it's not that next year, like, the insulating protection is just going to vanish. It's just so much more dependent on you next year than it's ever been before. You're now tasked with becoming an adult, tasked to succeed without the safety net that's around you so close by. So here's an answer to the question, what next, or now what, or am I ready? If you've learned that there's nothing new under the sun, you know throughout COVID that hardship and suffering is going to come. You've learned that plans senior year will be impacted. Relationships will be challenged. Pandemics happen. Your motto is everything negative, pressure, challenges is an opportunity for me to rise. So if that's true, now what? Class of 2021, it is time for you to rise. It's time to embrace this holy purpose for your lives. It's up to you now. It's up to you to work instead of wish. It's up to you to create rather than search for loopholes. It's up to you whether you're measured by your output rather than your potential. Our final phrase in the theme this year is rebuild. It's the most important. Once you've reset and restored yourself, your task, your now what, is to build. Rebuild by being, as your text says, an example to the believers. In word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit and faith and purity. Rebuild your conduct in love and in Christ. Your job, class of 2021, is to independently build upon the good work that has been started in you. As you do that, remember, I'm always here for you. Thank you so much. Have a great night. I look forward to your speeches.
of this evening. Lexi, Kristen, earlier, where's Adam? Adam, thank you. Your teacher's over here. Can't stop commenting on how talented you are. This next portion of our program, again, don't forget, look on your phones, that's where the program's at. This next portion is where we as a staff, following up on what Mrs. Jacobson shared a moment ago, where we kind of pass off our students, where we say, students, you're ready. And there is a long-standing tradition at Sacramento Adventist Academy that the last gift that we give you is a Bible. You have been prepared. You have been protected. This church represents that in so many ways, that insulating protection. Everything about your lives, everything about that joint connection, home and school, is so that you are successful. And that question to you personally, now what, is found within the pages of those Bibles that we've given you. We know that you have Bibles on your apps, or on apps, on your phones, on tablets. But perhaps this Bible will serve as a reminder at some point in your life, I do have answers. I am ready to answer difficult questions. I am ready to face what life presents to me. Don't forget that, graduates. You do have the answers, and you do, or I should say you are about to enter a world in which a lot of people are going to be asking you questions. You can do it. Teachers, at this point, I'd like to invite you, high school teachers, actually elementary teachers too, if you've been a teacher of these students, I'd invite you to stand right now and let's encircle our students. We'll have a little circle right here, and then we'll have another little circle right here. Graduates, you don't have to move. Your teachers are making their way to the front. We are going to encircle you one more time. And while your teachers surround you, they're going to be praying individual personal prayers while I offer a public prayer of dedication. This is an evening of consecration. You've been prepared for this moment. Teachers, it's okay. You can fill in this center space right here, Mr. Jones. It's all right. This is an evening of consecration. You've been set for a holy purpose. So, as I pray, teachers, I encourage you, pray for these students. Pray for individual students that the Holy Spirit brings to your mind. Because students, that insulating protection of SAA, it's about to be pulled back. But again, you're ready. Let's bow our heads. Father in heaven, what a gift it is to be a teacher. What a gift it is to be able to make connections with students. And this, Lord, as you've known for some time, this is a special group of students that you have very specific purposes for. Lord, at the start of our weekend, at the start of Sabbath, as we prepare to say goodbye to our students, we commit each of them to you. We ask that you would draw very near to them in this moment, that they would feel your presence. And Lord, we ask that they would not let go of your hand. We ask that you would give them recall of the many lessons they've learned, of the many stories that they've been told of your goodness, of your compassion, of your never-ending faithfulness. And Lord, as you do that for them, what we pray as teachers is that you would give them the courage to walk and talk and live for you. Because, Lord, we know they're going to step into a world with so many questions. They're going to step into a world that doesn't have answers. But, Lord, you have planted your answers. You've planted your promises in them. So, Lord, set them to those purposes that you have been planning for them since they were born. And let them do a good work for you, we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Teachers, you may be seated.
moment we walked into the classroom, our teachers, friends, parents, and other family members have walked with us every step of the way. From field trips to sporting events to music concerts, we have been surrounded by such an amazingly supportive community. Although this school year wasn't as usual as us seniors, we have been incredibly blessed with all the opportunities given to us, and none of this would have happened without those who have helped and been with us through it all. So tonight, we want to dedicate this time to thank our parents and the other individual figures for all they have done for us. Oh man. I'm trying not to lose bets here, okay. Okay, we'll start. Oh my gosh! Okay. Hi, Mom and Dad. Thank you for the support you have dedicated to me these past 18 years of my life. Being your only child, I am always overwhelmed by the amount of love and work you do for me. Mom, you endlessly work nights and overtime to make unforgettable memories on trips I will never forget. You taught me how to be the girly girl I am today and always are my fashion inspiration. Thank you for the life lessons and love. Dad, thank you for being so funny. You always lighten up the room and make the best pasta. Thank you for driving me everywhere before I could and supporting me. Overall, I thank you guys for showing me how to live a life with passion, hard work, and surrendering it all to God. I also want to thank my extended family, my cousins Kelly, Kristen, and Casey for being my sisters from another mister. Without you guys, my life wouldn't be vibrant, fun, and meaningful. Kelly, thank you for being my gym buddy and forcing me to go. Your book smart, perseverance, and fun personality will be handy in college together. Casey, thank you for being my twin and being spontaneous with me. You're my favorite to take pictures of, and dye your hair identically every other month. Kristen, thank you for always being so generous, kind, inclusive, and making me a boba addict. I'm so glad you changed your mind and go to La Sierra, so now we can still do homework, go on errand runs, and drink too much sugar together. Love you crazy girls, can't wait to be SoCal girls together. And to my grandma, other cousins, uncles, and aunties who show me endless support. You guys fill my heart and demonstrate to me the never-ending love for God that continues to inspire me every day. I will always cherish those Friday night vespers and crazy holiday parties that make us the close family we are today. And to the teachers and staff at SAA, thank you for the endless dedication you put into mine and my classmates' education, for getting us to the finish line, like Mrs. J said, despite the endless Zooms. We've all endured, and we wouldn't be here without you. And I want to thank the people sitting right there for sticking with each other despite the many losses we've had this year. It was a rough year, but we managed to make the most out of it. And lastly, I want to give extra love to my friends Riley, Deborah, Martha, Brecken, Obed, Noah, and my boyfriend Brian for being there for me every day and being my best friends forever. I love you guys. Thank you for shaping me into the person I am today. I didn't cry. Yes.
I would not have made it this far without the help of many important people in my life. First off, I would like to thank my family. Mom, thank you for everything you do for me, both the things I notice and the stuff that goes unnoticed. Thank you for the countless breakfasts you prepared, which required you to wake up earlier than me to cook. Thank you for all the great meals you made, which I'm definitely going to miss in college. Thank you for all the time you spent preparing for my future, researching colleges, helping me with applications, and taking me to visit. Thank you for the encouragement in all aspects of my life, but also for keeping me grounded when I get overconfident. Thank you for emphasizing the importance of education by forcing me to do some work, even though I put in half effort and rushed through it all. I know we got into a good share of arguments, but looking back, I realized most were because we had different opinions on what would be best for my life. Thank you for always caring about me and my choices and trying to create the best future for me. There is no chance I would ever been in this position I am without your invaluable love and support, which I'm deeply grateful for. Thank you for all that I've mentioned, along with the other million ways you touched my life. I love you, Lord. Dad, Thank you for continuing to financially support me after I make completely irreversible, irresponsible decisions, like when I accidentally forget to turn off the light when I leave the room, using too much of saran wrap, or opening the refrigerator for a little too long. In all seriousness, I appreciate you paying for my athletic fees for when I go get food with friends, and paying for my gas and every other expense that comes my way. More than that, thank you for teaching me about everything. Thank you for introducing me to sports and helping me improve throughout the years. Thank you for coming to my games and then telling me the many mistakes I made throughout the game. And how bad you had dominated the other team back in the day. Honestly though, you have one of the greatest work ethics I've ever seen, and I hope to have even a fraction of it. I know you work hard to get everything you have, and I thank you for teaching me the importance of doing a good job. Making sure that everything with my name attached to it needs to be of a certain quality, which shows I put out my best effort. Even though I can't say I gave my all for every assignment I ever turned in, I've added extra effort to certain projects because of this lesson, which will forever be a part of me. Thank you for making sure I take my work seriously and always put forward a good effort. I love you, Dad. Brian, thank you for being a good role model. You have always been a great student, a great musician, and a mediocre athlete. Despite that, thank you for spending many hours playing football in the backyard with me, playing one-on-one basketball, and always having as big of a competitive spirit as me. I miss our late-night drives to and from Vespers where we would talk about sports, fantasy football, movies, or anything else. Those were always a good time. Thank you for kind of helping with calc, even though your responses never made sense. I'm gonna miss not seeing you daily again next year. I'm glad you stayed home this year. I love you, Brian. Amy, thank you for doing more to help me in school than Brian. Thank you for quizzing me on the ride to school every morning that I had a quiz or test. I know it's probably boring for you, but at least now you know important things like FDR's New Deal and the Second New Deal, or the Supreme Court case, Citizens United versus FEC, or the difference between inductive and deductive reasoning. Sorry for making you help me all the times, but it was the easiest way for me to remember. Admittedly, you are the most studious in the family. You care about the difference between a 96% and a 97% way too much. However, this focus and emphasis to do your best will carry you to whatever you decide to do in life. So as much as Brian and I tease you about being a nerd, keep being one. Don't be I love you, man. And uncles, grandparents, and cousins, thank you for all the love and support you have showered me with in my 18 years of life. I know we don't live that close, but you guys have always made an effort to come to major events in my life, and I really appreciate that. I love seeing you all, even though we meet only a few times per year. And I especially love the vacations we all take together. I know we weren't able to do that in a while, but I'm really looking forward to whenever our next one is. Thank you for every way you have contributed in my life. I love you all. Families of classmates, friends, and teammates, thank you for all you have done in my life. Thank you to every parent who has ever given me a ride to a practice, game, tournament, or any other reason. There are too many families to name, and if I try to worry, I'll forget a couple. Likewise, thank you to all the families who have fed me, cheered me on in sports, or given me words of encouragement. Special thanks to the families who would watch Brian, Amy, and I during the summers when we were young and our parents were. I really appreciate you taking on the burden of caring for 3 more children, keeping us fed and busy. Thank you for opening your homes to us, and remember always looking forward to the days when I got to come over. Thank you all for any way you have played a role in my life. I really appreciate all the ways you various feelings have helped me. Teachers, thank you for educating us and preparing us for our futures. You truly have one of the most important jobs in the world, yet are also extremely underappreciated. So thank you. I know I never got super close to any of you like other students have, but something I appreciate about all of you is your willingness to be available to students to talk to, or pray, or help through a difficult situation. Thank you for your dedication to us in both education and our overall lives. I will miss you all next year. Classmates and friends, thank you all for being a wonderful part of my life. Whether you're here from kindergarten or joining in high school, it was a pleasure to spend time with all of you. Some of you I've played at recess with every day in elementary, some of you were my teammates, some of you I had fun joking around in class, and some of you had fun moments on music tours or other trips. So all of you had a memorable impact on my life, and I'm going to miss you. I wish you all success in the future, and I hope to see you all again after graduation. I love you, class of 2021.
By definition, something occurs continuously over a period of time. However, by my understanding, a constant is something that is just there and never leaves. My family has always been there. Even when God had other plans and paths for each of us to take, they were always there. Despite their well-being, my parents have done everything and anything to allow me to have every opportunity that they never experienced. Raising a family of 11 was a challenge all on its own, but Mom, Dad, you made it work. I know you both are not perfect. I understand that you both were not always able to make it to every school event, dance class, and sports game. Your jobs were and still are demanding. However, your biggest job is keeping our family together. Mom, we argue a lot, but it is because we are so similar that we both do not know how to respond to each other. I remember when I was younger, I would sit behind you in my car seat listening to Eric and May while we would run various errands because I was too young to start kindergarten and too old to be in preschool. You have always been by my side. Through the good times and bad times, you have seen it all. And even though I do not say it enough, you are my best friend, and I love you so much. Peterson, you are something. You are the funniest person I have ever met. I love all our coffee trips and talks about what I want to do after college and how I'm going to buy you a beach house when I become a lawyer. But besides all of that, you said you will do everything in your power just to make sure I have every opportunity. You always have my best interest at heart, even when I think it's ridiculous, like with my cars. It is your way of saying I love you. If I were to talk about each one of my siblings, we would be here all night. But my siblings, though each one being extremely different, we are all still very similar. We can joke and laugh about anything and everything, and at the end of the day, we can find something fun to do together, even if the day may have gone bad for all of us. Even though I am the youngest, you still treat me like I am an adult and let me be part of what you all are doing, even though I still have my childish tendencies. I could not ask for a better group of siblings besides you all. However, I specifically want to tell you all about my oldest brother, Joe. On March 11th, 2015, my brother was diagnosed with a genetic autoimmune disease called ankylosing spondylitis. Joe has always been a giver, never selfish, always loyal, and forgiving towards others. He is never vain nor bitter about anything in life because he sees the world differently. The world is this never-ending constant in life, never running out of something new to learn. He is always thinking beyond, never truly focusing on the present, but what the future has to bring. He has taught me that despite any situation you may be in, you can always make the best out of it. To this day, I now understand that no one said life was going to be easy. It was never meant to be, but you can make the most out of it and keep moving. Now, I cannot leave this person out because she would text me after this and yell at me, but Grace, you are like my family. Well, my family is like, your family is like my second family. Though we argue a lot, almost as if we are sisters, it is only because you care about me and want me to become the best version of myself. And I love you for that, because even when I do not look out for myself, you look out for me. I'm going to miss you so much when we go to college. I honestly do not know what I will do when that time comes. I almost forgot about Julia. Julia, you came into my life when I just wanted a younger brother. You're the only person who tells me the truth without fail and is not sorry about it either. Yet I know that it's just your way of expressing that you care and love me, and I honestly do not mind it. To my classmates, teachers, and friends, thank you for being a constant in my life for the last 4 years. Grace, Riley, Lexi, Martha, Julina, Izzy, Amber, Kristen, Nate, Adam, Noah, Obed, Birkin, Blake, Gavin, Zeke, and Ryan. You are the funniest classmates. High school is a time to learn, and college is a time to grow. Yet all together, we are an ambitious group, and I know that we will have much success in our futures. So to my family, friends, and especially my parents, I love you all, and I thank you for just being there and here now. Crazy years of being here at SAA. Dad, thank you for teaching me how to be strong and hold my own. I know you might not feel like it, but me and the rest of our family appreciate your hard work and dedication to provide for us. I'm going to miss hearing your political conspiracy theories, rolling coal, and joking around with you on the daily. Mom, thank you for your endless fortitude in serving our family. You inspire me to want to help, love, and make people happy. Thank you for always letting me rant about the various things in my head and listening to me even when you have a million other things you want to do. I'm going to miss going on our various errands and getting email writing and eating it before we get home so that the boys don't have to share it with us. Jacob, thank you for being my best friend since day one. You're literally one of the smartest dudes I know, and I look up to you more than anyone realizes. Thank you for always being patient and teaching me how to do various things, as well as helping me work on my car. I'm going to miss all of our spontaneous adventures and late-night food runs, even though my driving scares you sometimes. Also, ladies, he's single. Also, I also want to thank my second families, the Peterson family and the Devine family. Thank you so much for creating my best friends and for always welcoming me into your homes. Deborah, I know you told me not to speak about you, but we both know I don't listen to you all the time, so here we go. Dude, you literally know me more than anyone here, and I'm blessed to have grown with you these past 4 years of my life. You're literally like a sister to me. As you go off to Malibu next fall, keep God in your heart, make friends that will make you laugh and care about you as much as I do, and just remember that I'll always be a phone call away, even if that means I've got to drive over 24 hours to bring you your special gluten-free brownies. Eric, you already know how I feel about you, but I just wanted to say thank you for teaching me how to not take everything in life so seriously. I've had so much fun creating memories with you, and I can't wait to see where the future leads. Finally, thank you so much to all the rest of my teachers, especially those I've grown close to over the years. You guys know who we are. Friends, family, and classmates who have been part of my life this far. You've shaped me into who I am today, and I wouldn't be here without your support. I love y'all. Growing up, I'd envisioned high school to be a Taylor Swift song. I had pictured it to include football games and school dances, but my high school trajectory has been quite different, including 3 years of stressed out studying afternoons. But the most memorable moments in my sports and educational journey have occurred, heightened by the support of those around me. Some of the biggest supporters and advocates are my parents. They have instilled in my sister and I that dedication is the stepping stone towards achieving your goals. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me in all my endeavors, from the classroom to the volleyball court. Coming from a family of volleyball players, my parents have encouraged my athletic pursuits in the competitive volleyball scene. The 4 a.m. drives and 3-day tournaments would not have been possible without your unwavering support. Thank you for raising me with the motto to be a doer and not a complainer, inciting me to go into the world and persevere. I love you both so much. Along the lines of volleyball, my warm-up partner and the girl I fondly remember learning with at the Community Service District 10 years ago is my sister So. From the volleyball court into school, we have the classic sister relationship. Some days we share everything from clothes, and other times fighting abounds, but at the end of the day, we unconditionally love each other.
So, enduring high school memories in sports and academics has been incredibly memorable. Even those stressful days in pre-calculus, which Mrs. Duckett will attest to. Thankfully, you were exceptionally good at math and helped your big sister. So, I love your sarcasm, your spunk, and your down-to-earth advice about sports, friendship, and life. I will miss you so much next year, and I can't wait to see the person you grow into. But I truly want to say thank you for helping shape who I have become. My extended family has further instilled in me the value of hard work. My grandmother, Carol Berger, has exemplified striving for excellence and being independent. Grammy, I admire how you built your company from the ground up and embody self-determination. My grandfather, Jim Van Houten, is another role model in my life, one of the most kind-hearted people I have ever met. Papa, your patience for others and how you value quality time with your family has served as an example to me, that no matter how busy life gets, the importance of surrounding yourself with your loved ones. One of the biggest impacts in my life is my Aunt Tanya, who many know formerly as Mrs. Rasmussen. Coming from Orangeville, I had heard many recollections of her hard tests, but I was eager to be in her class and spend time with one of the strongest people I know. Thank you for helping me grow in my faith and teaching me that a relationship with God is something to cultivate. I have learned so many valuable life lessons in your religion class and stopping by your office to talk. Thank you for encouraging me, loving me, and for your unwavering support every step of my academic journey. I love you. Finally, I want to express my appreciation for the strongest force of nature I've ever met, my Aunt Jen Fannerstill. From teaching AP biology to coaching volleyball teams to the state championships, my Aunt Jen's drive in her life is truly unparalleled. When she passed away from cancer, that was the hardest moment of my life, but the way she sees every opportunity while displaying humility and resilience is one of the greatest inspirations in my life, and why tonight I'm wearing, instead of a dress, a dig pink volleyball shirt with her name on the back of it. To all of my family, friends, teachers, coaches, thank you for supporting me in my high school journey. I am grateful for all the people in my life who have helped shape me into the person I am today.
And there are definitely some people. First off, Mom, thank you so much for being my closest friend all throughout my high school years. I may have not realized that when I was a freshman or a sophomore, but you have always been there for me no matter what. Whenever something bad happened, no matter how big or small, I always turn to you first, and college is definitely going to be much different without you. You care about every little thing that goes on in me and Jesse's life, which may have seemed a little too much sometimes, but you always have had our best interests at heart. Throughout my entire college application process. Mom and Dad, your support throughout the entire college application process and letting me choose where I want to go has made me more grateful than you could ever imagine. I love you so much, Mom, and I'll miss you more than you know when I leave for college. Don't worry, I'll call you every day. Dad, your silent but strong support has always been something that I can lean back on again, or make us read articles in The Economist, which would actually be beneficial to us later on. Or making sure that I was prepared as much as possible for the SAT, or when I was getting ready, or when I was going through the college application process, or when I was learning how to drive. There are many more examples. What I do know is that I would not be here today without you. While Mom has been a light to guide my way, you have been a GPS telling me the safest and best way to get to my destination. I love you so much. Jesse, I know we never really talk about our feelings, so I'll keep this short. But I want you to know that I'll miss you so much once I leave for college. Thank you for laughing at my jokes, even if they aren't funny, and always being on my side. You are my best friend, and I'll always make sure to send you TikToks every day. I'll also call you every day so you can tell me everything that's happened at school. I love you so much. I can't end this tribute without thanking my second family, Auntie, Lloyd, and Finley. Thank you, Auntie, for your support and enthusiasm whenever something big or small happens in my life. It has helped me to persevere through tough times. Thank you, Lloyd and Finley, for bringing laughter and fun into my life, and I'll miss you all so much. I also want to give a quick thank you to Minori, Riley, Kristen, Lexi, and other friends, some who have already graduated last year, for being with me throughout my high school experience. I love you guys, and I will always remember you, and be grateful for the friendship you have provided for me. Thank you.
I just want to start by saying thank you to God for helping me get to where I am today. And Dad, you are the smartest person I know and one of the most hardworking people out there. Thank you for helping me whenever I needed help with any homework and for teaching me so many different things. Especially thank you for helping me apply to colleges and sticking with it even though I'm bad at making those decisions. Thank you for supporting me in whatever I wanted to do. And I appreciate and love you so much. Mom, thank you for doing so much for all of us and for always feeding and getting me anything I need. Thank you for being so selfless and always putting our whole family before you. Thank you for also supporting me and wanting the best for me. Thank you for all the times you drove me places and all the times you put into making sure I'm taken care of. I appreciate all you do and love you so much. Bryce, Brady, and Bryn, thank you for making my life always interesting and always giving me something to do. I love spending time with you guys and can't imagine life without you. One of the highlights of my high school career is being able to play basketball with both my brothers, and that's something I wouldn't trade for the world. Bryn, thank you for always going along with whatever we're doing, even though you might not want to do it. You guys are the best siblings I could ask for and can't imagine life without you. Nan and Bob, thank you for always supporting me in sports and in life. Thank you for always coming to my games and all the times you have taken me places. I love spending time with you guys and appreciate all you do for me. And finally, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's helped me along in the process of high school to get where I am today.
It's crazy to think it's already time for graduation. High school has been a very interesting ride, and I can't believe it's coming to an end. This year has flown by so fast, yet felt so long. This year has tested all of us, and I would like to thank my friends and family for helping me get through this pandemic and helping me get to this point in my life. I would like to start off with my parents. Mom and Dad, you have always been there for me through the good times and the bad. You have always had my back and have made me the man I am today. You guys always have my best interests in mind and supported me throughout my educational career. I can't express what you guys mean to me and can't thank you enough for everything that you have done. My parents have been a big impact on my life, but so have my grandparents. Although some of them can't be here today, I would like to thank them for all they have done for me. Throughout my entire life, you guys have always been there and supported and loved me. The impact you have had on my life cannot be expressed in words, and you guys mean more to me than you could ever know. Some of my fondest memories from my childhood are from spending time with you guys, and I wouldn't give that up for the world. Now on to my siblings. You guys are the best brother and sister in the world. You guys always motivate me to do better, and I am so grateful for that. I can't imagine what life would be like with you guys in it, without you guys in it, and I'm so glad that you are. You guys were my first friends, and I couldn't have asked for better ones. I have made so many memories with you guys and can't wait to make so many more. I'd also like to say thank you to everyone else in my family, my aunts, uncles, cousins, and everyone else I haven't mentioned. You guys do so much for me, and all of you have played a big part in making me who I am today. I couldn't ask for a better family because all of you are such amazing people and are so loving and caring. The last people I would like to thank are my friends. I can definitely say that without you guys in my life, it would be a lot less fun. You guys always make me laugh. I love just hanging out and talking with you guys. Even though we are all going different places and won't see each other as often anymore, I know that we will always stay in touch because the bond we have created will last forever. You guys mean so much to me, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Everybody I talked about today has had a major impact on my life. All of you guys have made me a better person and motivated me to be the best I can be. I can't imagine life without you guys, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you. Thank you, and I love you all.
I can't believe I'm here. It happened so fast. Okay, I'm going to start off with my mom. I don't think words can describe how much you mean to me. Your devotion, unconditional love, and support mean the world to me, and I am beyond grateful to have a mom like you. You never cease to amaze me. You have been through so much, and yet you push through and never give up on the task that is right in front of you, and the million other tasks that are a few steps ahead. You taught me so much. But the main thing I will carry into my adulthood life is your caring heart. Your intentions are always good, and your heart is always kind. You are Italian, and yet somehow you don't have a meat bone in your body. And I'm not quite sure how that happened. As I take this next step in life, I want you to know that you got me here. You raised me to be a strong woman of faith and a person who truly and deeply cares for the well-being of others. Thank you for pouring your heart out and soul into being a mom, and a darn good one too. Expect a lot of calls from me in college asking you how to do adult things. I love you forever, Mama. Dad, from shooting raccoons, fishing, changing tires and brakes, gardening, doing yard work, and doing electrical with you, I guess you could say I don't need a man. You raised me to be a hard worker and to always aim for a goal and make it happen. Your strong character and your hard-working mentality have taught me that when life knocks you down, you get back up again and again. You've always made Christian education a huge priority, and even when money got tight, you always found a way to make it happen. One of my favorite / resentful memories with you and growing up is when you would play Van Halen on the radio. And me and Bianca did not necessarily like that, but now I can say that I know all the words to Van Halen songs. With that said, Dad, you are also really funny. I've always admired your humor and the way you can make a whole room laugh until they're on the floor dying. You've taught me so much, Dad, and I am forever grateful. I love you. Bianca, I can't see your face. Yeah, I want to see your face. Oh man, Bianca. Boy, have we got into some trouble together. From tearing up Mom's eye contacts on her bathroom floor to, well, we'll save those stories till we're long gone out of the house. You are my ride or die, my partner in crime. Some of my favorite memories with you come from our moments of laughter. We can make each other really mad, but we can also make each other laugh until we're on the floor dying. Bianca, we have gone through so much together. We both comprehend and deal with things differently, but through and through, the trials we've faced have made our relationship stronger. You never cease to amaze me, and I'm so proud of the young woman you are becoming. You are so gorgeous, and I'm only a little jealous of your perfect hair. And out of everyone, when I go to college, I know that I will miss you the most. Our bond and who we are together is something that no one can break. But I know that we will remain close together forever, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for you. I love you with all my heart. B. All right. Over the course of my high school career, I have had so many wonderful mentors, and I just want to give a quick shout out to them. First, I would like to thank the Turks. Where are they? Oh, I see you. Y'all know me from way back, before the SAA days, and have been a huge part of my personal growth journey. I love you two so much, and will always keep your guidance close to my heart. I would also like to thank Mrs. Rasmussen and Mrs. Shea for always being there for me when I needed someone to talk to, or in the recent days, cry to. I will always carry you both in my heart. And as I go off to college, think of the lessons you've taught me. Oh man. Lessons that you've taught me on the daily. I love you too so much. I would also like to thank the Pastor Howells. Yes, there are two of them. Pastor Melissa. Oh man. The impact. Oh gosh. The impact that you've had on my life. I can't put it into words, but I'm going to try. You've taught me so much about myself, and you've also made God so real to me through your character. I hope and pray that I will someday have the opportunity to impact a young person's life the way you have mine. Pastor Howell, you made me a coffee snob, but that's okay. Because now I know the difference between a good cup of joe and Starbucks. And espresso, sorry. I appreciate all the time you have poured into my life, specifically our Revelation Bible studies. They were awesome. Both of you have showed me what real ministry is, and I will definitely carry what you've taught me into my own ministry someday. I love you too so much. And I will miss all of you guys so much next year. I want to end with the most important thing I have in my life, my relationship with God. God, you have been with me through it all. And no matter what situation presents itself, you carry me through. As I go into the world, living a life of service to you, I pray that you will always be the center of my life. You never cease to amaze me. And at my darkest moments, you show up being the light that guides me back into your loving arms. You placed a call on my life, and I'm so ready to go out into the world to be a vessel for you. God, I can't wait to know you more and more as experiences in my life unfold. Keep revealing your character to me so that I can be a mirror to share your love and light to others.
Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to SA for 13 years, always being there for me and checking on me every single day. You guys always put your children first, and I think it's safe to say that it's greatly appreciated by all of us. Thank you for all the support you've shown me and always showing up to my basketball games and cheering me up whenever I'm sad. Dad, you're hilarious, and I'm going to miss running errands with you. Mom, I'm so glad you're in my life. You've taught me so much, and I wouldn't be who I am without you. Also, I really enjoy when you cook for me, even though I made jokes about that. It really is nice when you do, and I'm really going to miss the home-cooked meals next year. Also, sorry you guys have to deal with my craziness at home. I seriously don't know how you do it. I truly don't deserve you to, and I'm going to miss you guys so much next year. McKenna, you've always been someone I look up to. Your determination and hard work are showing whatever you put your mind to, and that motivates me to be a better person, not only in school, but in life. I'm going to miss hearing your voice when you proceed to call Mom at home every day when you're driving home from work. You are always welcome to give me a call, and I'm sure you will receive plenty of calls from me when I go off to college. Love you. Tyler, my favorite brother-in-law. I can't think of anyone who would be a better fit for McKenna, and I'm so glad you're in my life. The love that you two have for each other is truly inspiring, and I hope one day to find someone who I can treat just as well as you treat my older sister. I'm so happy you are part of my life and can't picture it without you. Evan, wow, where do I even start? You've been my built-in best friend since the beginning. You're a huge role model for me, and I always have looked up to you and taken your advice. Whenever we hang out, it is always a blast. I'm going to miss our late-night bike rides and runs, where we would just talk and enjoy each other's company. When you moved up to Oregon, it was hard not having you around, but I loved how I could call you, and within 5 seconds you would pick up no matter what. Although you picked on me when we were younger, we grew up to have a strong friendship. One of my greatest memories was when we were younger. We used to play basketball out in the front yard and bet money whether or not we would make the shot. I'm pretty sure I owe you about $2 million or so, but it's fine. Those times that we were together made me into the man I am today, and I want to thank you for the joy you've brought me over these 17 years. You make my life so much better. Laney, I've enjoyed listening to you sing in the car, even when you think I can't hear you. You're my personal car companion. I love our evening basketball training sessions, and I hope you continue to play basketball because you're a sharpshooter. Clearly, it runs in the family. I will also miss coming home from work or hanging out with my friends and scaring me when I burst into my room to see you playing on my computer. I enjoy letting you play because I know it makes you happy, and it's very important to me. Even though we have our moments, I still love you and don't know how I'm going to live without you around. You're the best little sister anybody could ask for. Olivia, thank you for making the best pancakes in the whole world. I'm going to miss our Friday morning talks when I go off to college and our funny stories we share about work. Next, I want to thank my best friends Lexi, Riley, Jolena, Bianca, Brecken, Obed, Jake, and Braden. I wouldn't want to go through high school with anyone else. I love you guys all so much, and I'm going to miss you when I go off to college.
Hello, okay. I'd like to start off by thanking my SAA community for all the love and support you've given me since first grade. You've made this place more than just a school, you've created a family. Mom, you're my best friend, #1 fan, and biggest supporter in life. You make my lunch, do my laundry, and make the world's best spaghetti every single night. You do the small things that make the biggest difference in our lives. Always putting your children first, you've truly shown me what unconditional love is, even at times when I don't deserve it. And I couldn't have asked for a better mom for me. I don't tell you enough, but I love you with my whole heart, and I am so thankful for the sacrifices you've made for me and that you've stuck by me through it all. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do. I am the luckiest daughter. Dad, thank you for all the encouraging words and endless support you've given me. You've taught me to do what I love and be unapologetically myself. Those movie and dinner nights will always have a special place in my heart. You never fail to make me laugh, and I hope to be just as funny as you one day. I love you. To my Grammy and Papa, you guys are forever my greatest role models. You've shown me what being a Christian is truly about and what love truly is. I've enjoyed listening to the advice you've given me, our conversations about heaven on the couch, and the endless fruit charts you've given me over the years. You make me feel so loved, and we have developed an inseparable bond that will last a lifetime. I love you both more than life, and I can't wait for the day when we get to walk in those pearly gates together. Myron and Jen, I want to thank you both for coming into my life and accepting me. You've been there for me when I needed you and have gone above and beyond to make me happy. My life wouldn't be the same without you both, and I thank God every day He placed such amazing people in my life. Dylan and Logan, you definitely make my life more exciting, and I know I might boss you around a bit too much, but it's all out of love. You guys are my built-in best friends that I couldn't live without. Thank you for all of our memories and movie nights. I love you with my whole heart. Lastly, I'd like to thank my friends for giving me the best high school experience possible. Lexi, Jolena, Kristen, Deborah, Martha, Bianca, Brecken, Noah, Obed, and Jake. You guys make me laugh like no one else can. All my favorite memories are with you guys, and I couldn't have asked for better best friends. Thank you everyone for making me the person I am today. I love you all.
Mom and Dad, I think you guys are really awesome. Are you videoing? Yep. I don't think I honestly realized how awesome you guys were until a few years ago. When Dad started saying that's what she said around the house, to the point that it annoyed Mom. And when Mom suddenly knew the lyrics to a bunch of Backstreet Boys songs and every DC TV character to ever exist.
Growing up, parents seem like they're a completely different species than kids. Can anyone think of a reason why my sister and I shouldn't cut up like an entire ream of paper and leave it in the living room? Anyone? You guys taught me that I could still have fun and grow up. And evenings of running and jumping on Dad turned into deep conversations that lasted a long time past bedtime. And Friday lunches with Mom that ended up with us spending hours talking on the Panera patio. Some of my favorite memories are driving around with Mom, blasting the eclectic mess that is our car playlist, and walks with Dad to the big tree down the block. You guys have been supportive through everything, mental ups and downs, and me being a hormonal mess for half the time. Stress, school, and every other thing that has happened the past 17 years, and I can't thank you both enough. Bethy. You are my best friend at this point. Thank you for being there when I need to vent, and for asking me for book recommendations, even when you know that means getting trapped in a 3-hour conversation about fictional characters, and a ridiculous obsession with a certain novel that we won't talk about. I love you lots, and I hope that you know you can count on me for anything, and that doesn't stop when I leave. You can call me for anything, and I'll even help you with your math homework, but please have Dad check it afterwards. Just don't. For my grandparents, my nanny and papa, thank you for surrendering your kitchen table a lot of the time to the forces of homework. I really enjoyed coming over, and thank you for being open to letting me be over there all the time, especially last year, because I would not have made it through last year if I couldn't get out of the house sometimes. So thank you very much. For my Jiddo and Titi, thank you for taking time to teach me family recipes, and for all the afternoons I spent at your house when Becky and I were younger, making imaginary cakes, and I think twice real ones, and the Jell-O with the mandarin oranges in it. Thank you to Jiddo for teaching me almost everything I know about gardening, and thank you to Titi for teaching me how to crochet and for instilling a love of crime TV shows. It's a bad habit, but I love them. Finally, thank you to all my aunts, uncles, and cousins for being some of my favorite people in the world, to my uncles for being the best influences, but also the most fun to be around, and to my aunts for just being there. I've loved hanging out with all of you, from spending nights in E's closet when I was younger to going to Chick-fil-A with Aunt Man. Thank you to all of my 11 younger cousins for not ambushing me all the time, even though I know you guys want to. I love spending time with you all. And thank you to all my classmates, but especially all of the girls who started the Bible study this year, because you guys don't know how much that meant to you. So thank you specifically to Jolena and Grace and Deborah and everyone else who's been there, and to Pastor Melissa. So thank you.
First off, I'd like to thank God for his love and protection upon each and every one of us who are here. Without him, none of this would have been possible. Second, I'd like to thank my family. Without them, everything I've been through in my life would have been impossible to ever overcome. They have motivated me to keep doing good, encouraged me to never give up, put me in check whenever I got off track from what I need to do, disciplined me to be a better person every day, taught me life lessons, shown and given me the most unconditional love any could ever imagine having. And through it all, they have reminded me to always trust and have faith in God in everything I do. For this, I am forever in debt to my whole family for these things they've done for me and continue to do for me. Dad, even though you can't hear me or see me or be here, I know God has put you to rest peacefully, so I'll try my best to make it to heaven so that you'll be able to see me walk that stage and be proud of me for passing the ultimate test. I love and miss you. Thank you.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I know seeing me up here doing these graduation traditions probably fills you with mixed emotions. Hopefully you're feeling pride and joy that I made it through school, and I hope you're not too sad that I'm leaving the nest and moving on with my life. You both have helped me so much, whether it was running me to stores at 10 p.m. to get stuff for projects due the next day, or sitting with me until midnight helping me with my math assignments. And looking back now, I see how important all these actions were. You pushed aside your own hardships in order to make time to help me even when I wasn't grateful. You fought for me whenever something unfair was pushed on my plate, even when I didn't want your help. You always did your very best for me. And for all the times I didn't say thank you, I want to take this moment to say it. Thank you for everything you've done for me. When I look back, there were so many things that you both did to help me get to this point in life. And of all those, the one that was most elevating was your belief in me. Everything I ever wanted to do, no matter how crazy it sounded, you supported me and believed in me. That gave me confidence in myself and showed me that I could do anything I put my mind to. I still remember the biggest turning point in my life, where if it wasn't for your believing in me, I don't know where I would be today. This was freshman year, and I came to you both and said I wanted to run the California International Marathon. I was only 14, and looking back on it, I don't even know what I was thinking. Instead of telling me it was silly or giving me half-hearted encouragement, you signed me up the next day, and with your support, I was able to cross that finish line. When I had doubts in myself, you believed in me with all your heart. You taught me that no matter how hard it gets, and no matter what life throws, if I keep pushing, I can reach any goal. This is the greatest gift you've given me. No matter what hardships I face, I will always remember your support and belief in me. And with that, I know nothing will be able to stop me. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for everything you have done and keep doing for me. I love you both so much. Thank you.
There is a long list of people who have impacted my life and shaped me to who I am today. First and foremost, I thank God. I thank God for this loving community of individuals who have stayed by my side. I thank God for helping me in times of struggles and defeat, and for the opportunities He has placed in my life. Next, I want to thank my teachers. Thank you, Mrs. Wankuse, Mrs. Jackson, Mrs. Thornton and Mrs. Arth, Mr. Ritter-Scamp, Mrs. Ferguson, Pastor Howell, Mrs. Ford, Mr. Dunlap, Mrs. Jacobson, Mrs. Rasmussen, Mrs. Duckett, Mrs. England, Mr. Turk, Mr. Jones, and my music teachers, Mrs. Cunningham, Dr. Bev, Ms. Nina, Mrs. Piersanti, and Mr. Aldama. Thank you for the education you all have given me over the years. I also want to give a huge thank you to Mr. Benzo, Mrs. Piner, and Mr. J, and the rest of the SAA staff for your hard work to make our school a better place. To my past and present coaches, Coach Michael, Ms. King, and Coach Irwin, thank you for giving me the first step to my interest in sports. I also want to thank Coach Contrell, Coach Ryan, Mr. Dunlap, Coach Kenny, Coach Joe, Coach Heidi, and Doc for the dedication in practices and games to us student athletes. Thank you for all the amazing experiences and opportunities you've given to us over the years. Thank you to the families who have helped me by my side, the Beemans, Nemias, Wongs, Fires, Burgers, Popes, Booties. Thank you to those who have given me continuous support these past years. Thank you, Martha, Izzy, and the rest of our class for such great memories at SAA. I will cherish these memories forever, and I cannot wait to see where your future takes you. To my guy friends and my gal friends, you know who you are. Thank you so much for these past couple years in high school. I'm going to miss you guys so much next year. Thank you to the matriarch, my grandma Trolling, and my aunts and uncles who have been second parents to me with your loving, emotional, and financial support. Grandma Trolling, thank you for always taking care of me and making sure that I am always well fed. Thank you for attending as many games and music concerts as able. Thank you for always teaching me about God and preparing me for my future. Although I may not have said this enough, I truly appreciate you, Grandma, and all you do. I love you so much. To all my aunties and uncles, thank you for always supporting me and always cheering me on. I know it was hard this year due to COVID, but I am incredibly grateful for all of you and continuing to support me no matter what. To my cousins, nieces, and nephews,
Thank you for your support and for the enjoyable memories we've created over the years. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. To the Tangonan families, Moyas, Nessings, Slaters, and Taginas, I'm forever grateful for your support, and I know it doesn't stop here. Lexi, thank you for the endless nights of cooking food with me, watching movies together, the late night drives to buy boba, and staying by my side since day one. We've been together from the very beginning and created memorable moments together, and I can't wait to spend my next 4 years with you and the rest of life with you. Lastly, I want to thank Kelly, Auntie Casey, Mom, and Dad. Thank you, Kelly, for being a great influence in my life. Thank you for supporting me in everything, from schoolwork to sports to leadership. Thank you for helping me learn how to stand up for myself, giving me life advice, and for always being someone who I can talk to. Auntie Casey, thank you for always stepping up and protecting me most of the time. Thank you for working long 8 hours and buying us things and taking us out for food whenever you visit. Thank you for supporting me and loving me. Mom, thank you for your continuous support. Thank you for waking up early just to make me a full breakfast and lunch, even though you slept at 3 a.m. the night before. Thank you for buying me things when I needed it, bringing me to the hospital in times of injury, and for being patient through every single event. Thank you for doing my laundry, especially washing my jerseys on the days of my games, and driving far just so I could have them in time for the games. Thank you for always buying me food and giving me the best life. I appreciate you so much, Mom. Dad, thank you for everything you have done for me. Thank you for always buying me my favorite drinks, chocolate Starbucks and boba, especially during sports seasons. Thank you for teaching me how to swim, teaching me how to drive like a pro, fixing all of our car problems, and for all the other life lessons you've given me. Thank you for always helping me become a better athlete, whether it's watching game film and finding the ways to make the play better, or even the conversations after each game to see what I could have done to improve for the next game. Your feedback has given me a better insight in the sport, and I'm so grateful for that. I'll always be your Kobe. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for continuing to support me by coming to every game, and even when you're tired or in simply need of rest. Thank you for always going to the grocery store or buying something for me whenever I was tired, even though you were probably more tired than I. Thank you for working long hours and taking us on incredible and memorable trips. And thank you for pushing me to become a better athlete, musician, and individual overall. Mom and Dad, I'm so grateful for you and for your continuous sacrifice and support. Thank you for being there in every situation and for shaping who I am today. I love you both so much.
I can hardly believe it is finally my time to graduate from high school and move on to the next chapter of my life. This has been a one-of-a-kind journey through thick and thin, and at times I had my doubts while questioning if I could make it through it. Luckily for me, I have some of the best friends and family that have helped to get me through it. Your parents may be the most influential people in your life, and I would like to thank my parents for being the best parents I could imagine. My parents have been the building blocks I've used to base my life around. They are always there for me when I start to get weighed down, always willing to help out and support me through the struggles. When I would succeed, they would rejoice with me, often even happier than I was. Their continued support and love for me will always have a great effect on me no matter where I am in life. It is easy to say, without them, I would not be who I am today. Even though my parents are the best, my grandparents fit that mold as well. I cannot think of more caring and considerate people. There is not a time they do not have my best interests at heart. When I need something, for literally anything, they are more than willing to help me out. They have always been amazing role models for me throughout every aspect of life, making me want to be just as half as good a people as they are. Their compassion and care for me is priceless, and I would not trade it for anything. They have helped build my character and act the way that God would, and for that I'm forever grateful. My aunt and uncle, being the great people they are, continue to help me grow in life while encouraging me to succeed. Our relationship continues to grow, strengthening and improving who I am each time we interact. If I ever needed anything, they would not hesitate to offer up anything they have. They too have been great role models for me and for how to live my life, and for that I am blessed. Then there are my friends. I may have some of the tightest knit friends out there. Over my time with all of them, they have all affected my life in a different but positive way. Every one of my friends is different, which I could not enjoy more. Having so many great friends has helped me develop characteristics I will use for the rest of my life. My friends have always been there for me, whether it's projects, trips, difficult situations, or simply life in general. Almost everything in my life revolves around my friends, creating a unique but solid connection to them all. Without them, my life would not be half as fun, and I truly believe they have helped shape who I am to become the best version of myself. All these people have had a huge impact on me and my life, and without any one of them, I do not know where I'd be in life. There are many others who have had impacts on my life, such as my teachers, church family, cousins, and countless others. They all, too, have helped me get through this part of my life, and for that I am thankful. This journey called life is not meant to be lived alone, and I can honestly say I am far from that. I could not be more blessed and honored to call all these people my friends and family. All of you have had a great impact on my life, and for everything you've ever done for me, thank you.
It's taken a long time to get here, but now I am finally here, and I would like to thank those who made it possible. First off, I would like to thank my parents. Mom, Dad, you've always supported me and cared for me throughout the years in every way. Your guidance and insight has been an invaluable resource, and it will always be with me forever. Thank you for pushing me to try harder and to do better in everything I do. I know you have made so many sacrifices for me. This achievement at an Adventist institution would not have been possible without your financial support. I know I don't say this enough, but I cannot explain how thankful I am for everything you have done for me through my life. I owe you all the success I have had over these years. Thank you so much. I would like to thank all the teachers that have taught me throughout the years back at Orangevale. From kindergarten to 8th grade, I had Mrs. Altman, Mrs. Pearson, Mrs. Wooten, Ms. Kramer, Ms. Sterling, Mr. Davis. These teachers had a huge impact on who I am today, and for that, I'm very thankful. At SAA, I have had many teachers over the past 4 years, and I would like to thank as many as I can. I would like to thank Mr. Turk for all he has taught me in biology and chemistry. It was so much fun. I must admit, I have never cared much for English, but Mrs. J, you have made me enjoy it. Thank you. Over the 4 years, I've had both Mr. Howell and Mrs. Rasmussen for religion. Thank you for your insight, and also thank you, Mr. Howell, for robotics. To Mr. Jones, thank you for A-Push. That was a great class. Thank you, Mrs. Duckett, for teaching both pre-calc and calculus. I have learned so much. From physics and all the other various math classes and birding I have taken, I have to thank Mr. Dunlap. I would like to thank Mr. Johnson for teaching history and government. I've really had a great time learning about our world and how it works in all your classes. All your teachers have made my high school years fun and, more importantly, educational. Thank you. This year, I would like to thank my grandparents and specifically my grandma and extended family, and all the church members and pastors who have supported me over the years. I would also like to thank my friends here and all their families. We have had so many great times together, and I thank you for them. It would not have been the same without you. Thank you all.
I knew I'd be going last, so I kept this short. As much as I would like to say that I got here on my own, my family has been paramount in getting to this spot. Firstly, my father. Your lifestyle has had a long-lasting impression on me. Even if I don't always say thank you, I really do appreciate what you do. I'd like to thank my mother for always having my back, your willingness to always talk about the deeper picture with me has made me feel more confident in my future and what I believe. I'd like to thank my sister. Even if we haven't always seen eye to eye, you've taught me how beneficial it is that not everyone thinks like me. Your love of nature and adventure is something that inspired the same joy in me. I'd like to thank my extended family for making me confused why people would complain that their relatives were coming into town. All of you are exactly what I could have hoped for in a family that loves and supports me. I could not have done this without any of you. Would the graduates please stand for prayer? Heavenly Father, thank you for this coming Sabbath as we finish our final year of high school. May we carry all that we have learned into the next coming years. We ask you to bless us as we step into the next part of our lives. Let your Spirit be with us as we celebrate our graduation this weekend, and may we always rely on you. We ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen.